There's my coffee buddy. Hey Barry, how are you? How you doing? What's up with you? Hi Shimei, how are you? Hello Yilva. How you doing? I'll be back in a minute. Coffee time. Oh, well. All right. Coffee time. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? What is going on? Thank you. Number one, thank you to those of you who were, I had a unannounced sort of, I don't want to call it cabin fever kind of chooch today. Thank you for the input. When he comes home, I got off YouTube. Yeah, we'll talk a bit about that because there's some more developments tonight on that regard. As I predicted, right on cue at 3 p.m. today. Hey, Alan, how are you? Good to see you. You having a coffee tonight? Having a coffee? Good deal. It's going to be a busy night tonight, just to let you know what's going on. Hi, Catherine. I'm going to have a coffee, hang out with you guys for an hour. Then we're going to go make a strawberry pie, and then I'm going to make some dinner for myself. My raisin bread was good, Margie. Could it have been better? Yeah. It didn't get the rise I wanted, but the flavor was good. So, hi, Shimei. Yeah, the sun will set in a minute or two in Wisconsin. A package did come. I thought we'd open it on camera tonight, Shimei. It came this afternoon. So it's going to be a fun night. Probably it might be a little long. I'm not sure, but we'll have a good time. Those of you who are able to stay around and enjoy. I've always wanted to make a glazed strawberry pie, which is a pie that has a shine on top of the strawberries. It's some people make it with jello, but you can also make it with cornstarch, and you make a syrup and pour it on top of it, and then you let it cool down for a couple hours. I won't be able to enjoy it tonight, but I'll be able to make it. The sun setting. I don't. Is your clock right? It's 5 p.m. here. Yeah, I have a good recipe. Hey, Bobby. Yeah, that sun shouldn't really be setting till like 7 or something like that. I don't know, Ronnie. I'm not sure. I'm looking out the window here. It's plenty bright right now. I think this lens might be a little cocked up. Hold on a minute. Oh. I thought that was a little cocked up. I don't think I'm an hour up. I don't know. Before the sun was setting at like 6:10 p.m. and then so now we're forward an hour. It should be like 7:10. The sun's going down here because it reaches like 9:10 p.m. on June 21st, my birthday. So you know, what's up, Jerry Jones? How you doing? It's dark here in Wisconsin. Ronnie. Good deal. Good deal. Just so we're on the same page, and everything's all good. So it should be an interesting night tonight, to say the least. Hello, Barry. Good to see you, Jerry Jones. Also, number 2. Let me thank everybody who called in last night. We had a really good show. Last evening we had some fun calls. I learned a few things, as I always do. Yeah, you like to hear about people experience. Yeah, he's got a lot of them. Yeah, 7:15 the sun will set in Santa Road. It's okay, Ronnie. I mean, I'm right here. So we lost an hour. I don't know how the battle for daylight savings time is going to go there. Every year they introduce it in Congress, and every year there's people that like to go back to standard time in the fall. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Well, what do I know, right? I'm just a schlub citizen here in this nation. So wait a couple more minutes. I'll develop the idea about Silicon Valley Bank here, and I'll just give you a little preface. As expected, the Federal Reserve, in conjunction with the comptroller of the currency and the Treasury, came out with a stopgap plan today that will stop the bleeding here in these banks. But the problems that led to the bleeding are system-wide. So it's going to be a very interesting experience. Candy companies lobby stop it. Why would candy companies? Hey, Louise, how are you? Why would candy companies care? We don't do. Yeah, you don't do the daylight savings. Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing, Cindy? I mean, is that good or is that bad? I mean, I don't know how you feel about it. There's a place, Indiana is another. Some parts of Indiana, I think, doesn't do daylight savings time. It's not that kind of thing. I guess it is a state's right, but it's nice when we move. It's nice when we move uniformly as a nation, and all have the same thing. That blue hat. Oh, thank you. I like the hat, Ma. I don't touch baked potatoes for 6 weeks. Yeah, Judith. How you doing? It stays light in the summer till 8. It stays light here till 9:15. Because we're further up in latitude here, so our summer nights are longer. Do you think people run and withdraw their money in the bank? We'll tear into that in a couple of minutes, Raquel, because it's all a question of psychology here, and how do we set the stage with psychology so we can, I don't want to say manipulate people because that sounds real harsh, but get it into people's minds about the the confidence in the power of government and things like that. Maybe not, but they have their lobbyists. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what candy people would care about whether it was daylight savings time or not. I don't know. One thing I could ask you, if you could please hit the thumbs up button tonight, it would be very appreciated. Um, Had a good time today. I was able to get actually 2 walks in today before we got pounded with some rain. And then I'm sad to say tomorrow afternoon we have a very powerful front coming in for 2 days. It's going to be anywhere from, depending on your location, 30 to 100-mile-an-hour winds. I would imagine on the peak of Donner Pass and places like that there'll be 80 to 100-mile-an-hour winds up in that up in those elevations. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, thumbs up are very appreciated. I'll make sure I plug in. All right, good. So I'm not looking forward to that. I had put the computer out in Kitchen Stadium. Now I took the computer back and put it back in the house. I didn't need to have another computer destroyed. I already lost one computer this year. My son up in the foothills, well, it's going to be, the foothills will be better than the peaks, right? I mean, that's all I can say. People in the foothills should be good. I always give a close look at the redwood trees next to the Rancho. All right. And I try to anticipate the projected fall path when they come down and whether I will survive it or not. The odds don't look good if that comes down. I just hope it takes me out in one fell swoop and doesn't leave half my body on this side of the tree trunk and half on the other side there. So I hate the mountains. Well, the Sierras are very beautiful. If you've ever had the fortune to go up to Lake Tahoe and places like that, it's one of the most breathtaking places that you'll ever see. Please see my video called Cinematic Lake Tahoe, where you can see, I show you around some of the beautiful places and do a cinematic treatment all the way through night with people sitting around a fire at an Airstream and an RV park with little white lights hanging and all that. Check that out. Let's smoke a super blunt. Well, Trug, I'm not a smoker, but I want you to enjoy yourself. Okay, that's the main thing here. It's Sunday. It's a day of rest, a day to enjoy and relax before we get back to it tomorrow. All right, let's tear into Silicon Valley Bank. As I mentioned on was that yesterday? Yeah, I was talking about yesterday that was it yesterday or the day before? Hey, Osbury, hello. Trotsky rules. Happy Sunday, Dave. As I mentioned on Friday or Saturday, I guess it was yesterday, that the Fed would put a package together by the time that the stock market futures opened at 3 o'clock on the West Coast, which would be 6 p.m. on the East Coast. And that's exactly what they did. They came out and created a $25 billion special drawing facility so that people that have money in these institutions will be able to get their money out. Now, that should engender a bit of confidence, but I would caution you that we still have a $15 billion wipeout of all the stock value of the shareholder value has been destroyed. $15 billion has gone up in smoke. And then this afternoon, Signature Bank, about 3 p.m. this afternoon, West Coast, 6 p.m. on the East Coast time, Signature Bank in New York City was shut down tonight, and there's doubts as to where it's doubtful that there'll be a going concern because they're up to their elbows in Bitcoin and things like that. How you doing, Deb? Good to see you. Thank you. Right. So what is, what can you say about it? You can say to yourself that it's like you can treat the symptoms, but the sickness is within the system. Okay, in other words, you can treat the symptoms of fever and a couple banks die off, but the same things that are affecting those two banks are also generally spreading and infecting other banks too. Hey, Johnson, so thank you. So a lot of people will not hesitate to take steps to move their stock and also to sell stock in institutions that they believe might be threatened with. Remember, Silicon Valley Bank was $100 stock, right? And it just went to zero virtually overnight. Okay, yeah, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you, moderators. Please encourage people to thumbs up. So value can go very, 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 very quickly here. So on the one side, they set up $25 billion to make sure that people get their money out, because that's the critical thing. They don't want people to look and say, oh, the government didn't protect this. Yeah, it was 200 plus, exactly, Dave. The government didn't protect this, so now we really got to look carefully at other banks and see if they're capitalized, see if they're going to go down. So that temporarily stops that, but the analysis does not stop, right? Hey, Angus, I'm sure there's more banks out there that are zombie banks that don't even know that they're dead yet, that haven't toted up at the end of the month what their assets are and what their liabilities. We call them zombie banks. They're dead, but they don't think that they're dead yet. So again, this continues with the theme that I was talking about: the privatization of profit and the socialization of loss. Now that the government now has to take on these institutions because no other bank stepped forward were interested in purchasing. PNC Bank, I think they're out of Pittsburgh or something, decided to not to buy. Hey, Rio, not to buy Silicon Valley Bank. So it's very hard to have another bank step in because they don't know the extent of all of the potential injury that's going to occur, not just to the bank that they may be taking over, but also to their own parent company as they begin to write off billions and billions of dollars. The Bloomberg today had a report this afternoon. There's about 650 billion, that's with a B, $billion worth of bank write-offs that are potentially out there. Hey, Jessica, how you doing? So right now we're just kind of at the tip of the iceberg with this thing. So will we have a bounce tomorrow? We'll have a bounce in the morning, but will people be willing to put money at risk in a situation that looks more tenuous as every day goes by? It's very hard to say. The psychology says that people want to start getting out of the way of what they perceive as trains coming down the track. How does a bank go belly up? Its liabilities exceed its capital value. It has so much cash to work with. And when the amount of write-offs or bad loans exceeds the capital of the bank, you're basically out of business at that point. You need to maintain a certain threshold of cash. Hey, Noreen. And when that threshold drops below a certain level, then you're basically illiquid at that point in time. That's why Silicon Valley Bank alarmed people on Friday when they said we need to borrow like $3 billion like yesterday. Okay, that spooked people. Okay, they're like, we need $3 billion of capital like now. Now, the Federal Reserve and you and I couldn't have predicted what would happen. But the bottom line is, if the Federal Reserve could have known on Friday, they might have quietly arranged some sort of facility for them. Hey, Thomas, but they didn't. So it gives us a little peek behind the curtain of the Wizard of Oz standing there and pushing the levers, and more people, they can't liquidate. They ran through all their easily saleable bonds and things. And this is what's driving up short-term money. 30-day, 60-day, 90-day T-bill rates. Hey, Zufo. This is what's driving up short-term rates now, because there's a scramble for money right now. And you say to yourself, whoa, how can that be? There's trillions of dollars out there, trillions of dollars. The US dollar, there's so many of them worldwide. But where are they really? They're in capital values, of the values of stock. They're in bitcoins. They're in the Nigerian banks. Bank of Italy. I mean, they're everywhere. Okay, but that doesn't mean that you can get them right now. Yeah, the top brass always cashes out, right? And they got paid out bonuses too on Friday. So, does it make for a better investment climate? Ooh, we kicked the can again. We kicked the can down the road more, right? We kicked the can down the road because now we're taking more additional liabilities onto the balance sheet of the United States Federal Reserve. Okay, so instead of having shrinking deficits and things like that, you have ever expanding deficits and fools. Well, I just want to say it. We're in a fully socialist society, and that's the bottom line of what we're in. And eventually we'll probably tip over to a communist command economy where the shrinking amount of resources, government will say we have to divide these up properly among the people. So you have a potentially, tough situation. Wonder what would happen. Well, everybody's going to get their money out, Noreen. What's going to happen is the shareholders are going to lose their money, and some of the other loans will not be paid out depending on what some of the loans are. Hey, Kelly. System regulation, and the problem is we cannot the damn can should be a boulder. Well, it is. The problem is nobody suffers any consequences of bad decision making. In other words, some of the insiders that had Silicon Valley Bank stocks, some junior executives will lose. They're going to make everybody whole, Noreen. They have to, or people would run to every other institution in America. Large corporations would run to every other institution and get the money out of in excess of $250,000. And sorry, Bob, I missed your thing. Come back in on one of your other 100 troll accounts. Sorry about that. And so they can't have that happen, right? So they cut it off at the pass, but the rot underneath of the system still exists in there. Yeah, Zufo, it's a common thing. If you're an insider, you're going to take care of number one, right? And let other people step in number two. And that's exactly what happens. Now, will they be called on the carpet? Will there be hearings in the Senate and the House over the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank in New York? Of course. But they're both symptomatic. Those banks have two sectors that have had the tremendous flow of capital. Bitcoin sucked down a ton of money, right? All the financing of Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining and all the technology companies that produced graphics cards, NVIDIAs, and all these companies that did all this stuff to support the crypto wallets that you could send your cryptocurrency. They'll hold it for you and they'll earn interest on it for you. And these places became all fail points, right? Well, the same thing in technology. A lot of these second tier, third tier technology companies are imploding right now, and they've borrowed a lot of money, and they don't have the access to capital. It's amazing. Nobody wants to talk to you when you're losing money, right? Nobody. It's like they don't pick up the phone when you need money. They want to lend you money when you don't need it. Hey, Angus. That's when bankers love you, when you don't need money. Or that's another kind. They were customers there. Well, they need to. Their money will be there. They'll have to find other institutions. Will they keep the money in the institution? Well, the United States Federal Reserve is running that bank now, and it's their hope that they will be able to calm people down, that people won't rush in and pull out more money, take a deep breath, and some of the money will come back in and reliquify the bank to some extent. But they can't save, quote, save this bank without some skulls, without some people taking a loss. And it's going to, right now, it's on the shareholders, the people that own the bank, the common stock shareholders, and some of the lenders on that. Oh, so I think everybody will be made whole because they can't afford. As far as my reading in Janet Yellen's statement, the Treasury Secretary, she said all depositors will be paid. Hello, Christine. Because what's the consequence of not paying? Well, they go look at this bank. They're looking at for us old folks to have money in it. I would recommend that you roll with short-term interest rates. 3-month, 6-month, 90-day T-bills, 120-day T-bills, 1 year, 2 year bank CDs and stuff like that. Because the money crunch is going to keep pushing interest rates higher here. Okay? Where will the money come from? They just created out of thin air by setting up a drawing window. They say we'll see what bonds or assets we'll take from Silicon Valley Bank. We'll use that as collateral. But I think Silicon Valley Bank sold all their worthwhile bonds and kept the crappy stuff. So then at 3 o'clock this afternoon, they shut down Signature Bank in New York, New York City. Right? Does it stop at 2? Right? Tomorrow's another day. So I think people's psychology's been wounded. And yeah, if you're off in 4.5, yeah, you're very welcome. So, it's a nice rate right now because there's a mad scramble. Institutions need cash. Cash, cash, cash. Cash is no longer trash. But because we went so many years with low interest rates, nobody saved any money. Okay, so we're on a very thin margin of cash here across society. So that's a really bad situation. Okay, so because we don't have people don't save money anymore. They have it all in real estate or stocks and bonds and stuff like that. So, right. So the institutions, they're having to write off loans and stuff now. They need cash. I mean, look, last night we were, it was a payroll bank for people didn't get paid. They'll be all squared. Those people will be squared away. But I'll tell you what, it's the thing is, what is driving the loss? What is driving this liquidity crisis? And that's what it is. It's a liquidity crisis. There's too much, look last night, who lent money to the the Tudor tea room that shut down, right? Who lends money to these small businesses that shut their doors, right? There has to be, like I said, the amount of auto loans that are defaulting now and unprecedented default rates on that side because cars are too expensive. So people are just, screw it. I look at the glass half full in a way to make money. Well, there's always a flip side. But the flip side has very few people in the boat. Okay, that's what makes it the flip side. It's hard to walk away from the gravy train and it's like people that think, oh, Bitcoin's going to go back to 60,000 or whatever, or we're going to make a new all-time high in the market. Hey, PC, how are you going to have a new all-time high in the market when the psychology is so injured? Right? Yeah, access to ridiculous loans, exactly. So, but how are you going to, psychology is being wounded on the daily. It's not a good base for moving forward. right? So it's nice to see PC has huge business. Well, they have huge business. There's a branch right up here in Santa Rosa, right? Right here, and the thousand a month big. Yeah, I mean, who's going to cover? So we're leveraged to the hilt here. Okay, we are leveraged to the hilt. Ma Teresa, I would certainly spread the news of this channel if you have family or other members, because obviously going forward there's going to be increasing number of people that are interested in what's coming up in the future and ways that you might sidestep and at least prepare for, at least know what's coming before the other shoes drop. I told you today they would put together a package. They put a package together. It's a short term. It's nice to see you, PC. I'm honored to see you in here tonight. It's a short-term band-aid that treats the symptom, but it doesn't address the disease. Yeah, I don't think people withdraw money, but I think the analysts will definitely sharpen their pencils. All these big-time analysts that not any of them saw this coming, which should be a warning to you to number one. Okay, it's going to be it will definitely probably have a bounce tomorrow morning. Then we'll see. News doesn't generally hold the market, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. But you can bet the analysts will now be looking at Silicon Valley Bank and examining the carcass and the bones and going over the bones. They'll be looking at Signature Bank in New York City. The analysts that covered them will be called on the carpet. They'll have to explain how did you miss this? What else is going on? Go back and tell us where other products, because they care about it from a shareholder point of view. They have your pension money invested in these things. Okay? That's the bottom line. That's where they want it. It's like they don't care. Okay, you get your money back, but I got to now call our biggest investors here and tell, hey Dave, I got to call our biggest investors and tell them we just took a $1 billion hit on our holdings here. I don't think that they're going to be happy campers. All right, so I want you to go over and I want you to look at every other bank in this nation, and you tell me if you think that there's another bank that's flashing a yellow light. Okay, is there a yellow light flashing about what's going on at another bank? Where there's one cockroach, there's many cockroaches. Okay? Yeah, people take the money, the banks stay there, but they become zombie banks. Because the things that are afflicting the economy don't stop because these people's money's still in the bank. Okay? The problem is still there. All right? So the question is, what further deterioration occurs in Bitcoin? How much Bitcoin was pledged is, First Republic. We got a First Republic right here. I don't know. So there's going to be a lot of people. There's going to be a lot of marking down of banking stocks. So it's going to be and financial sector generally leads the market. So we'll see what happens. Bridge banks. I call them zombie banks. Right, like you think the FDIC is going to do a good job of running the bank, or like really, right? So there'll be some adjustments, there'll be some reordering. Obviously, assets are way too high priced in stocks and other things like that. So I think over time, it may not be a rapid adjustment, but there will probably be a marking down in light of the risk in light of the growing risk of defaults all across. So I tell you, keep an eye on short-term interest rates. That's where people come to feed that need money now. It's like JD Wentworth, right? Yeah, retiring, big wigs retiring. It's your money. I need it now, right? You got to have it now. So they're going to open up the window to other banks to borrow and stuff like that. But it does not fix the problem. Okay, the problem is that we have to have the reaping of the, we've sowed the wind, now it's time to reap the whirlwind. How you doing, Alex, on bad loans and things like that? So everybody's going to be looking at the credit worthiness of their own bank. They're going to be skittish about stock valuations of every bank, JP Morgan, Citibank. They're going to be skittish of all of them. They're going to Goldman Sachs and PNC and all of them. They're going to be very examining what their holdings are. How much Bitcoin exposure do you have? How about commercial real estate and all that? People don't want to go back to work. Right? People are complaining in the federal government. They don't want to go back to the offices. The dividend looking much better these days. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I'll defer to your judgment in that. The bank should have been at downs there in the ship at the beginning, but they didn't. They let a bunch of fools out of college run it. Is that LD? Wow, I haven't seen you in a while, LD. Up here doing well. I heard you're not in Vegas anymore. So yeah, thumbs up are definitely appreciated. So how's it going to play out? Well, we'll see you again on Friday. Hello, Marissa. How are you? We'll see how it all plays out at the end of the week. I look for a bounce, and then we'll see what the smart money's doing. My weekend was pretty doggone good. I had a good weekend. Good day today. Invest in gold and silver and precious metals. Well, through 5,000 years of history, right? But I can tell you what, come hell or high water, they're going to take care of the obligations of the United States. It's just, you can see that they're being kind of, we knew this was coming, where you have a gigantic and enormous federal deficit that now we're adding more borrowings on to more creating money to create a window that banks can come to and borrow. So nobody ever takes the hit. The dead wood never gets cleared out. It's like we build a roller coaster that's, it's gradually the wood, and like the old Hershey roller coaster built out of wood, and it's just getting eaten in dry rot and termites and rotten boards. And what we do is we put less people in the car to go around, right? We're gonna instead of running 8 cars, we're gonna run 6 cars on it, right? So we'll still be safe. I mean, it's all these so nobody can ever fail, right? It's just nothing can ever be liquidated. This stuff sticks to you like tar paper. Hey, Ladybug, how you doing? Yes, I don't know if other banks are going to fail tomorrow. Like I said, 2023 will be a year to remember, and 2024 will be a year to forget. Anybody that's been on this channel for more than a month knows that's been the continuing mantra of this. I said there's one reason why they want to control the media and not scare. Well, you need to. Like I said, it's a confidence. Thank you, Blondie. It's a confidence thing. You knew that they had to come out and put something together, because what would people do when the bell opens tomorrow? What are they doing in Asia tonight? They're not buying, they're selling. Right? What's the Australian ASX 200 tonight? Right? You think that this is you think this makes people salivate and want to buy? Right? They look at this thing like, whoa, looks like they're looking from overseas like, whoa, this looks like a house of cards. Hey, Johnny, how you doing? Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Right. God, I love you, Ronnie. But what I'm saying is, you're going to see a lot of failure coming up, because we just can't sustain the level of borrowings now. And the one thing that was absolutely sure is that the need for the amount of borrowings, how much is borrowed on a monthly basis, will keep going up and up and up as we go up a parabolic straight up here. And you reach a gigantic peak, And as Napoleon famously said, you can do anything with a bayonet except sit on it. Okay, so you're not going to stay up. All right. Hey, Thomas. Right now we're riding that parabolic curve to almost straight up need for just massive borrowings on a monthly basis. And what do you do if you're a Treasury Secretary and you have to go out there and raise all this money? Well, you turn to the Federal Reserve and you say, the market's a little sticky right now, so we'll probably need you to print up. We're going to need you to take about 30 billion bucks, 30 billion bucks onto your books, right? Yeah, we're going to need you to step up to this auction. So we end up buying our own debt, and then you look at the balance sheet of the Federal Reserve and stuff, and it's so bloated, right? And I mean, it's just like, because we never could accept failure as a part of economic life, right? But with failure comes penance, and with penance comes chastisement, and with chastisement comes lessons that are hard learned, right? And you have generations that learn terribly from during the Great Depression, not to get heavily in debt and stay away from revolving credit. Hello, Dave. At that time we were in the explosive early days of consumerism, with washing machines and radios and automobiles and electric sewing machines and washing machines and refrigerators, and people were extending and borrowing like crazy to buy all these things, and then boom. Okay. Just let me ask you a question. You think it's happy days in Palo Alto, California, down where all these high-tech companies and Santa Clara? Hey, Thomas, you think that these restaurants and all these places are happy days and big parties and corporate events and all that? Yeah, why not just throw student loans on the pole? I mean, how are you going to now turn around and tell the advocates of forbearance for student loans and say, hey, you bailed out the depositors of Silicon Valley Bank? What are we, chopped liver? Right, we're struggling. Baristas and coffee shops, these fat cats had in excess of $250,000. Man, I don't even have 250 bucks in checking. Right, where's my me? Where's my, so that just puts additional pressure on, now will the Supreme Court stand strong? Probably, because they know contractual obligations just can't be undone because the president says let's forgive student loans. Okay, this would be unprecedented to just have broad forgiveness of student loans and things like that. Then who would ever pay anything back, right? Well, I think the cash will be there to write. People will get paid. But there'll be some disturbances in the system. There'll be analysts that are looking very carefully at other banks, Umpqua Bank and Exchange Bank here, and all these regional banks, PNC Bank, and just looking at all of them and trying to tell these guys, you better go back and sharpen your pencils, because I'll tell you what, boys, you didn't see this coming. You know what? You're lucky you're not fired today, because I'm the one that's going to have to take the phone calls when like Shemay, the New Jersey pension fund calls, and I have to tell them that, well, we had $1 billion worth of Silicon Valley Bank. What? Yeah, welcome back to California. I don't know. Yeah, PC. Well, failure's not, we don't learn the lesson. Failure has great lessons to learn. Great lessons. Sun came out. The sun. I got to take a picture of it. The sun came out for a minute. Failure has outstanding lessons to learn, and people learn that. For bacon sandwich, yes. Most of the comments are all what comments? Comments on what? Here, I don't think we do any censoring. The only thing I ask people just don't curse on the chat. That's all. But it's a no fail society, which means we just go down in a major way. I've had a massive tail off in the fence combined with asphalt. Chef, you look at a guy like you that is so gifted, so talented. You work so hard. And this just shows that the pain just spreads amongst people that have no bearing whatsoever. They have no connection to things. But because of the declining amount of confidence in this nation, people start pulling in their, oh, we better not have this or we better not have that. God bless you, Chef. You're an amazing person. You've taught me a lot of stuff, and you're an outstanding creator, and I'm very much enjoy your content, but I can't say that I am surprised. I mean, I'm walking down the streets downtown last night, and the Tudor, what was it called, Jody? The Tudor Tea Room or something like that? What was it called? And boom, I mean, they're there one day, and I'm talking to my chat, oh, wouldn't it be cool to have an English tea? And Amanda's like, oh, yeah, that'd be good content. And something, yeah, that would be. And then last night we go down, and Tudor Rose is, every evidence of it is gone. Okay? Now, that's like a service economy thing. Do you need to have that? Do you need to go to an English style tea? No. But when people start looking to things to cut in their spending, it's very easy to cut out the ladies' afternoon at the Tudor Tea that we had for the last 2 years or whatever. Every other Friday we'd meet for a high tea or whatever, right? It's easy to cut that stuff out. Very easy. So that's the real weakness of a service economy that we're in right there. People could do without restaurants, and we had this explosive growth of restaurants and travel and things because of cheap money. Very cheap money. And now money's starting to get very dear. And I think there's going to be a real short-term cash squeeze coming up. And that's going to really pop the bubble here. I've seen it. I've posted the chart many times on the community post about how interest rates on the short end are just going straight up. And the Federal Reserve is still almost a whole percentage point behind in rates, setting rates. Like mine, I do every year, 100, and it's on, wow, cancel it. Well, you're smart. Hey, P2E. Right? Cooking at home is a key. So it's a long cycle, Zufo. If the government doesn't allow failure in business, then it's going to fall down on the individuals. They're going to have to bear the brunt of that decision making. All right. Yeah. Disposable income is absolutely positively drying up. Credit card rates are going up. People say, well, everybody that has a house is in good shape because they bought with a low interest rate. But suppose that you have to sell, right? Whether you want to or not, but you have to, because you can't make your payment, because maybe, like his bird is finding out, people are being laid off of the building sector. There's nothing being built right now. And, and you were working as a framer for $800, $1,000 a week or something like that. And now you don't have that you don't have that income. Well, now you need to sell. Okay. And now you're looking at a market where the next person has to take on a 7% mortgage or whatever. So it's not so easy. In the end of the yes, it's definitely the end of the housing boom nationwide. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even watch that. Oh, okay. Take care, Johnny. You should hang around for. We do fun stuff too. In the company about to put out so that would make you two look old. 3 years, Rosie will dig Elon and Joe. Look, I'm not. Look, I just. You know, when you look at Elon Musk, he must have been born in June. That's all I don't know what his birthday. I'm guessing he was born in June or July or something like that. I'm guessing that, right? Because it's a very shattered shotgun approach to life. Like now I want to create a city in Austin that has right, it's a ideal city or whatever. Well, I don't know. Didn't they do that in Florida with yeah, I figured he was a June. He's like me. I'm June 21st. Right? So we're kind of attributes of Cancer and Gemini. So we're very scattered in the things we like, vintage audio and baking and live streaming and metal detecting, right? It's very hard for us to focus. Very hard for us to focus on one thing. Okay? I always know attributes of June people, in a lot of ways, but I kind of figured because he has so many different interests and things. So, but how are you going to do that? My brother's, yeah, that's my birthday. So how do you do that? Well, do you want to, electric cars, electric trucks, the city of the future, space? I mean, I don't know. Is somebody gifted enough to do everything? And then they're going to tell people that the budget's there. Yeah, they can't make it. They have to start writing it off, right? Yeah, what was the place in Orlando? What's it called? I can't remember what the name. It's a planned community in Orlando. A planned. I just can't remember the name of it. It's been around quite a while now. I can't remember what the name of it is. No, I don't know if it's Celebration. No, not ready. I don't know, maybe it is. I don't know what it is, but it's been around for a long time. The Villages. Yeah, it was the Villages. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's the Villages. That's what it's called. Well, that's supposed to be a model. Yeah, well, I probably do too, Shemay. But it's, eventually you're going to get tripped up with just your iron is in too many fires, right? So, I mean, I don't know about a model community. Over in Saudi Arabia, they're building that long, 10-mile long or whatever. Everybody in one long. There's probably something to be said for that. Right? It keeps all just a common roof and common cooling and, economy of scale and housing and stuff like that. Yeah, neon. Yeah, the dice are out, huh? So sooner or later you're going to hit, why do you think that Elon cut the price of Tesla cars so aggressively? Which put pressure on Rivian and some of the other electric vehicle manufacturers. So some of them ain't going to survive. They ain't going to make it. It's a zombie community that hasn't. Don't forget the money. Yeah, they're guys that make a buck. Exactly. Hey, Joe, how you doing? And I don't begrudge anybody making $1. but how much focus can you have? And then you have part Hollywood too, and I mean, I don't know. I mean, I have a lot of admiration, but in a lot of ways, it's the heyday is probably over. The peak of Tesla, the peak of Apple, the peak of Google, the peak, certainly the peak of Facebook. Tesla cutting their hours. Yeah, so they're cutting. Yeah, because electric cars are very expensive, and it's a novelty. It was almost like a have to have it to impress your family. You underestimate. Well, I don't know, Trog. We'll see how it all plays out. But don't think I wish anybody ill. I'm just saying there's a lot of irons in the fire right now between SpaceX or whatever, or the keeps the counters in that tax cut threshold by lowering their price. Yeah, but they're still expensive. Right, the things don't even have transmission. They're just an electric motor and a battery. Reality and hopefulness. Hey, I don't begrudge visionaries, Trog. I mean, I think they'll get it squared away, Catherine. I think it'll be okay. I think everybody will get paid. If the government has to step in and fill up people's checkbooks, they'll make sure people get paid. But it does not address the systemic problem that created these problems. Yeah, nice golf carts. Yeah. Hey, Brian, how you doing? So don't get me wrong. I lost a subscriber a year and a half ago that was a real Elon fanboy, fan gal, and it just but then she disappeared and Elon blew up, and it's still going on to the downside. Well, he's a Nikola Tesla, but Nikola Tesla died with nothing, right? Building some weird thing on the Jersey Shore or whatever. People down there, electric cars are all, yeah. Fortunes can be dissipated very quickly. I drove a Tesla for the first time the other day and I loved it. Yeah, good acceleration, huh? All torque. Oh, that sounds good, rat lover. Edison was not a good person. Little bit of honey. Yeah, well, you had the battle of DC currents. You'd have horses going down the street and something wasn't properly grounded and people would get electrocuted crossing the street and stuff. And Edison could never, pride goeth before the fall. And Edison could never accept alternating current, which could be sent great distances. And if you were to have Edison's way of sending power, you had to have dynamos and boosting stations every other mile or so. So, hey Lee, ego, ego, ego. Right? Can't ever be wrong. Can't ever be wrong. Yeah, but with that creativity becomes a undervaluation of the input and funds of other people. Other people don't share the vision. And anybody think that buying Twitter was a great move? Let's have a show of hands. How did that fit in? Right? When the era of social media is going the way of the right? Was that a good idea? $50 billion? Well, it's a lot of stuff. I mean, we've blandishing and polishing turds in history made for stronger citizenry, and it's a way of shaping values in people. If you think that Abraham Lincoln was steadfastly anti-slavery and things, then you got another thing coming. His turning to really have a moral outlook on slavery had more to do with expediency and putting an ethical dimension on the Civil War that was really a fight over states' rights. Yeah, we're all happy to see Shimei. We're going to open this package she sent too. Happy Sunday, Kels. Good to see you. We have Shimei package today. Yeah, I have no idea, Joe. I guess you have to plunk down $25,000 for a new battery. Better get used to public transportation and bicycles. Bicycle. Yeah, very green and healthy. I'm getting tired of it now. I had to take the computer inside again. There's some Shimei mail. Yay. There it is. Let's see what we got. I had to get some extra strawberries for the pie tonight. We got some noodles for later. Yeah, strawberry glaze pie. We're going to be doing it up. There's the fresh strawberries. And then I had to get some frozen to macerate and put in. So it's going to be interesting to see this. Plug this and fix this cord a minute. What does that mean, Hobotron? Is she coming to visit you? Oh. Let's see what we got here. Let us see. Let's get her pretty lights set up. All right, there we go. I never heard her talk about visiting me. We talk about her tiny house, but she's a big time executive, man. All right, let's clear this. Let's open this. Let me get this off of here. We can open this package. Here, which Shimei was kind enough to send. Oh, yeah, got your mom. That's called a great daughter right there. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's push this on the side for a minute. I had to fight the war of the ants today. Wipe this off a little. To really clean this before we roll out the pie dough tonight. Bicycle. Yeah, it's come along. I had to bring the computer. I don't know if Kitchen Stadium's going to survive this huge storm that's coming in with horrendous winds. All right, let's see what we got here. I don't see the knuckleheads. They'll probably be along later. So let's see what we got here. Bicycle, bicycle. Oh, this looks fancy. Wow, look at that. Multi-function phone holder. Look at this. This is from Chimay. Phone stand for recording. Oh, it's got an overhead. Oh, wow. This thing can go overhead. So we get to look overhead. Hey, June. This is gonna put a new dimension. I'm not gonna be able to do it tonight, but this will put a new dimension on. Oh, how cool is this, Chimay? Woo! Let's look at this baby. Man, this is like, it's nice and heavy too. It's not gonna like fall over all the time like I'm always doing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? How thoughtful is that? Right. I think somebody got shot in there. What's up, Brad? How you doing? Man, it's nice and weighted too. Look at that. Look at this. How cool is this? I guess she got tired of seeing mine. Wow, look at that. So this thing has multiple stands that you put together, and it ain't gonna flop over. So I'm gonna have to take my time tomorrow and really look this over. Yeah, it's got lights on it too. This is gonna be amazing. So I'm gonna give this is gonna take some time to understand this. So Chimay, thank you. It's gonna add a new dimension to woo! It's going to add a new dimension of videography here. I think this is the light down here. That's the light area there. Man, that is that's really, really cool. That is really, really cool. Conventional. She's very, yeah, she sure is. Hey, gas can, 2 phone stands and a light. Amazing. So we're gonna get this. I'm gonna read about this tomorrow and get this set up. It's got a really nice space to it too. Look at that. You can like put that pointing back downward. Hey Shirley, I think it'll be more for videography than live, right? You'll have more of a professional setup here. Gives you all the way to do that. Thank you, Chimay. Yeah, and you can raise the height up and down and all that. Wow, amazing. Who would have thought? Who would have believed it? It's such a nice setup too. It's all like one storable thing here, which is really cool. And it's got a good base. I guess, like I said, I guess Chimay got tired of seeing this thing fall over all the time here. This is really cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's going to add a new dimension. That's going to add a whole new dimension. What's up, Kelly? Oh, okay. Thank you, Rick. Get my other thing here. I printed out this today. I'm going to wash my hands and we'll get going. We're going to make a strawberry pie tonight. Strawberry pie. All right, let me see something here. Just getting myself organized. Yeah, that's funny. Asia's not drinking the Kool-Aid on that. All right, let's get this really cleaned off good. We're gonna have to make a pie crust first. Let's do that. We're going to let's get all of this stuff out. Oh, let's all go to the lobby and get ourselves a treat. Do do do. Probably go out and get the baking stone. Unfortunately, it's outside in the rain. Hey, Joni. It's gonna be a mess. I don't know if Catherine's here. At the beginning of my live stream this afternoon, I had to empty the rain gauge. Was all filled up. 5 inches of 50 inches of snow equivalent this week. Insane. All right. Pop this baby in. I'm a big advocate of baking stones. Okay, there we go. No, she won't be around for a while. Bum, 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 do, 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 do. Then later on, I'm going to have some noodles with some of the shrimp. That's gonna be a good one. No, she's got to take care of her takes care of her family. First thing we're gonna do is make our. I guess the first thing we should macerate our cherries. This is really a 2-part process. Put 1 cup of the strawberries in a food processor and whisk that together with sugar and cornstarch. Yeah, because that's got to cool down to room temperature. So we might as well make that first. So let's get the food processor And we'll process our strawberries first. These were frozen ones. I'll save the fresh ones for the appearance of the pie because they'll look pretty in the pie plate. So let's go ahead and get the food processor here. Good old Black & Decker. As you know, that Alonzo Decker was a graduate of my high school. How about that? As was H.L. Mencken. Alright, this is nice and clean. I cleaned it the last time, so we need to have a cup of strawberries here, give or take. We're gonna do 1 cup of strawberries. First we gotta take off the tops of the strawberries. We don't want that green crapola in there. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, good. They already took it off. Yay! I thought that the tops were on. So let's pour a cup of this with the joy juice here. A whole cup of these berries. I think we'll do I think that's pretty good. We'll do the juice too. And then we'll save the rest of the berries for the pie. All right, so they already had the green stems cut off of them, which is a good deal. So we're gonna puree that in here. So this is gonna be loud, guys, so cover your ears. This is exciting. I've wanted to have this kind of pie for a long time. So this is going to be loud. That's like a total puree right now. Let you guys have a look at that. That's like a total puree in there. That looks good. No, I don't think so, Von Heltons. No, I don't think so. Look at that. Not tomorrow, anyway. Get back to me by the end of the week, though. Tomorrow, everybody, but ooh, we dodged a bullet. All right, we're gonna put that in a pot. Hey, Vern. So we want to put that puree in. Get this thing off the counter. Get all that goodness in there. All that goodness. You never know by the end of the day, though. I mean, it depends. News generally doesn't hold market, so we'll see beyond the opening tomorrow. Of course, Europe still has to come in, and Asia has to finish, and by that time, it could be a negative field. So. Right now, they're not sipping the Kool-Aid in Asia. Meaning they're also looking at Japanese banks right now, too. that Bitcoin was really a tough thing. Strawberry, strawberry. All right. This is gonna, theoretically, this should be a very pretty pie here with the glaze. All right, everything's all clean on that. We'll reassemble that and get this out of here. I hate food processors. Those blades, I've cut myself before. That ain't fun. That ain't fun at all. That bottom blade, oof. No, I don't think it's a buying opportunity. I think the whole trend in the market is changing here. You've had a market for 42 years, which has had the wind at its back. Now you have the wind in the face of the market with rising interest rates. All right, so there's our beautiful puree. So we're going to put some sugar. Three-quarters of a cup of sugar here. 3/4 of a cup. It's hard to fight headwinds when interest rates are rising because people want to start putting their money in bank deposits and stuff. Kids galore. Oh yeah, spring break. That's right, March Madness. So we're going to get 3/4 of a cup of sugar, and we're going to add it in because this stuff has to cool down to room temperature, this glaze. So let's get the sugar. Ooh, my shelf is so organized now. My pantry is so beautifully organized. I love these brilliance containers. All right, 3/4 of a cup of sugar. Let's get this out of here. We're going to use a little bit of sugar for the crust. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, you gotta always run out the, you always have to affect the psychology of what's going on. Now we need 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, do 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 do. What's the questions, June? Oh, Nightbot's drinking. I forgot to do this. I don't see a troll. My moderator's taken out before I ever see it. 1, 2. So 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. It's not trolls. It's only one troll. Always the same person with multiple accounts. Okay, so we're going to whisk this together. Bring to a boil over medium heat. Cook for 3 or more minutes until the strawberry mixture turns thick and translucent. Ooh, That's going to be fun. That's fun, I think. Thickens things. It also binds things together. All right, let's do it up. Let's do it up. We're making we got the puree. Any water for that? Oh, we're supposed to have half a cup of water too. All right, let me turn that off for a minute. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a little light, so half a cup of water. Anything else? Oh. I don't know when you put the vanilla in. Oh, that's for the whipped cream. Okay, I think we got everything we need here. Now we're going to bring this all together. And we're going to do this up until it's nice and translucent. Look at the color of that. Look at that color. Look at that color. Yeah, it's a 5-burner wok. I mean, it's a 5-burner stove with a wok burner. So, we're going to bring this to a boil over medium heat and cook for 3 minutes until the strawberry mixture turns thick and translucent. Set aside and let it cool to room temperature. So that's the thing that's going to take the longest, so that's the thing we got to do first. You should always look at a recipe and see what you need to do that's going to be the longest. Hey Brenda, how are you doing? That cornstarch is going to thicken it. That's tasty. Tastes like a strawberry sorbet right now. You don't want it to ever burn. I love it when it gets translucent. And then we gotta let it sit aside, and then we can go make the pie crust and get that going on here. Ooh. I've always wanted to make this pie. Ooh. I wonder if it's raining again. I just saw a bird outside. Biting his head. Yep, still raining. Some people use Jello, strawberry Jello, to do the glazing on it. I just like to continuously stir when it's over the heat. Then there's never a chance of scorching or burning. It's already getting thick here. I'm going to turn the heat a little lower here. This should turn a beautiful color soon. I'll bring you guys over when it does the change. All right, it's thickening up nicely now. Now we got to go about 3 minutes till it turns translucent here. Oh, that's glorious. All right, we're off on the right foot. Look at how that's getting deep red now. I'm digging that. You guys seen that color change? Beautiful. I'm digging that. We're going to turn that real low. Wow, that's a beautiful red. Just continuously stirring. All right, I think that's about it. I'll bring you guys over. I'll show you what we got here. Beautiful color. That's a win. That's a winner. It's nice and translucent now. Isn't that nice? Really nice. That's going to be a really nice glaze for this, and because it has cornstarch, it's going to have a shine to it too. So we want to just have this cool off. Might sit it outside. I don't see the cats. Otherwise, it was. There we go. Little taste. Delicious. So this has got to come down to room temperature now. You could actually use this on top of shortbread cookies now. It would set up real well. I made the cut. Oh, thank you, Kells. Thank you. I haven't seen the knuckleheads. But I'm going to put this outside and let it cool down. Yeah, I sat that down on the table. I can keep an eye on it too and make sure the knuckleheads don't come along. I don't want anybody getting burned. All right, we got our pie plate here. We got our pie plate. Oh, I'm not sure what I don't like soda bread. I'm going to tell you, I'm mostly Irish and I can't stand soda bread. It's just, I like a very rustic Irish raisin bread, but I can't stand soda bread. Make sure this is all. We'll get our pie crust going here. We got our oven preheating to about 500 degrees. Get this good and dried off. And we be ready to go. We be ready. We've made so much pie crust so many times here. So many times here. Do, 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 do. So they're saying 1 1/4 cups. I like a little thicker, so we'll do 1 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour here. Gesundheit. I have enough all-purpose. I don't want to go out to the workshop and fill her up again out of the big bag. Let's hope we got enough. Let's make this real dry. I'm thinking we should have enough. Good honey oat bread. Yeah, soda bread is just like, oof. Thank you. Thank you. I think allergy season is upon us. It's certainly not Halloween. See if we can get a full cup out of here. Just be just what we need. 1 1/2 cups, and then we got a little bit left over for dusting. Here, we're going to put a little sugar in to make it sweeten the dough just a tad. Because this is a dessert. Yeah, seeded rye is good. I also like Jewish rye. It's good. That's really good too. Sugar in there, sweeten that up. I think we need a little bit of salt. Salt adds structure. No, this takes a while. This isn't a this is not a hack job deal here. Okay. We need cold salted butter. They use both. I think I'm just going to use shortening here. I like working with shortening. Man, those Joan of Arc spicy chili beans last night. Woo! Man. Kaboom! They were something. How are we gonna get this? Talk about blowing the covers off. Oh, man. Oh. So we're going to use about a 1/2 cup of, I just eyeball this stuff all the time. That's what I do. This thing is called a pastry cutter. It's indispensable for cutting in your fats into the flour here. Good dollop of fat there, that should be enough. You want to use about a half a cup if you're measuring at home. Okay. I like shortening it, just to me it just makes a crisper crust. It's good, yeah. Oh. Alright, now we're going to go ahead. You don't have to worry about really cold water either, like you do with butter. You can't have the butter melt. So I'm going to flip up some of that flour on it, and we're going to take this baby and start cutting this in. I might take just a tad of butter I have here. And just throw, I got a little butt end of butter here. Let me just throw that in. It's kind of at room temperature there. Give a little butter. Hey Queen, how you doing? Cutting that all in. If it plugs up the cutter, you just clean it off with your finger and go at it again. I'll show you when I'm done. It should look very shaggy. You can use a food processor too, but food processor tends to heat up the butter too quickly, and you don't want your fats to be melted. You have to do this kind of quickly here. Alright, I think that's almost enough. A lot of people don't like to make pies because they don't like to do the crust. They struggle with the crust. So there it is there. You can see how that's kind of cut into that. That's how you want it to look. And my hands are nice and clean. We just make a hole in the center and we can get some water. The colder the better, but shortening is very forgiving compared to butter. We're going to pour about a tablespoon and a half in the center, and then working from the outside, we're going to flip it up over the water in the center, and that'll start getting that dough wet for a nice even distribution. And we're going to put another tablespoon in. This is a single crust pie. It's not going to have a top on it, so see the way that's starting to come together in there? This is better than watching Food Network, right? So there she is. We can pour it out on the counter here. Let's get this out of here. Put a little bit of flour down. Put that out on the counter. And then we'll work that. You don't want to overwork it, but you need to bring it together. Get all those bits out. Make sure your counter's clean. Mine is granite, so it tends to keep the cold, which is good. All right, there we go. All right. And there is our disc. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to pop this whole thing in the freezer, my flour container, and just let that chill off. The refrigerator, I mean. I'm going to pop this in the fridge and just let this chill out while I clean up a little bit. And then we'll roll that out and we'll get it in the oven. Always better to clean as you go. Dog is your friend. Then we got to bake this pie crust, and then we got to lay the half strawberries in the bottom of it, and then pour the glaze on top. And then it just goes into the refrigerator for set. So I'll actually be having slicing. I'll probably do a live mid to late morning tomorrow. We'll do the, maybe make up a little bit of whipped cream to go on there. All right, that was good and quick. That was fast. We're going to roll it out and make it pretty at the edges and everything. I don't have assistants in kitchen staging here. Like Food Network probably has intern flunkies that do everything. Put our shortening away, and we'll roll this baby out. Hey, Cinnamon Hot, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a hot minute. Put this back. We're going to spray this. I wonder if we should use the usual size. I don't know. I think we'll use the usual size one. Here. So we're going to spray this. Sit that on the side. You guys ready to rock and roll this thing out? Be over 11. What's up, Jamie? How you doing? All right. Let's go ahead and flour up our surface here. Roll this baby out. Handy dandy rolling pin, roll all the way to the edge. Right. Lift it up. Plenty of flour underneath of it. Another roll that way. like a pretty good size right there. I'm going to draw your attention to, you can actually see the fats in there, and that's a good sign. See that? We're going to try to roll this up now. Kind of manipulate that in there. There we go. If you have some extra, you can just move it around from side to side. A little high on that side, just move it over to the other side. After a while, you get good at just rolling up on the rolling pin there. And then transferring it into there. Any low spots, just borrow from the fat side and move it on over. So I'm kind of still working it here. Now I'm going to turn the outer edge underneath here. That's going to give me enough to give me a nice fluting on it. Nice looking finish. Turning the outer edge underneath. Just like that. Alright, then I'm going to take my, let's get that all bunched on the edge real good. Try to get a good uniform thickness there. And then I'm going to take my 2 fingers and my thumb and put it in there and make a nice fluted edge. I'm just pushing in like that, just making a nice ridge all the way around. It's all practice and experience. And there's our edge on it. And we're going to pop this into the freezer. We want that baby to really set, get real firm there. All right, so like we'll BS a little bit for about 15 minutes, and that should be ready to go. We'll put the foil and the pie weights in, and we'll bake her away. We will bake her away. I think we're done over here. We're not far from completing this pie, actually. Yeah, thank you. I'm not sure about the art, but just, I don't know, maybe made 50 pies on YouTube. I'm not sure. Maybe more. Since 2013. I love these bench scrapers. They're so nice. Working with though. And if you clean as you go, it's just like when your pie's done, it's done. You're done. Let's bring our glaze inside now. How about that? It's probably cooled off a bit. Yeah, look at how that's set. You can just stir that. For ability, we could just add a teeny tiny bit of perfect. And that has really good, excellent consistency. Very exciting. Got our glaze there. That'd be good on top of ice cream, eh? Mm-hmm. Cut a large space in a large bowl, add the glaze and gently fold with a spatula until the berries are evenly coated. Fill the cooled pie crust with the strawberry pie filling, turning any cut sides down. You can arrange if you want a prettier pie, you can arrange the strawberries in the pie shell first, then spoon the glaze over the top. If you're going for real pretty. Like if you want to annoy your mother-in-law or something, go over to the 4th of July party. I don't think this rates as a really hard one. Right. So I'm going to get the pie weights out. These are what's used to hold the crust in place so it doesn't slide down the side of the pie. The pie plate would be kind of droopy. Ceramic pie weight. Oh, the orange cake was like, whoa. Thank you, whoever donated the 10. I guess I missed that. I apologize. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Thank you, Dave. I'll order one piece with whipped cream. I would sure give you one if you were here. That's for doggone sure. Next thing, we got to process all these berries over here. Make it pretty. Thank you, Dave. Thank you very much. This is what's for dinner later. We're going to have that with some shrimp tonight. I don't have a lot of shrimp left. It'll be good. That's going to set in the fridge overnight and be really nice for tomorrow. So about 5 more minutes, we'll get that out and we'll put the aluminum foil in and put our pie weights in. I'm also going to dock the bottom of the pie shell, which will keep it from rising up at the bottom there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, Naomi's a good kid. She's a good kid. If I was making strawberry sundaes, that would be a great topping on that. Let's do it up with our shell. It's kind of set. Normally I'd go longer, but it'll be all right. Crappy Dollar Tree aluminum foil here. Okay, in go our pie weight. Oh, I didn't dock the bottom. Oh well, I think it'll still be okay. I think I can do it right through the foil. Kind of a high IQ move there. Alright, in she goes. We're going to go about, 15 minutes for starters, I think. So somebody could set a timer for 15 minutes. We'll take a look at that. What's up, Von Held? How long till the U.S. is officially not a country anymore? I want to say 2027. It should be nice and tribalized by then, I think. Unless we're kind of a pile of ashes or whatever. Let's go ahead and let's process our strawberries here. Let's wash them off good. I think first we'll cut the green stems off. These are pretty nice looking. These are pretty nice looking berries, huh? For early in the year. I know Dave's gonna get some strawberries. I'm gonna slice these in half here. And when I do the berries, I like to grab it by the top and then slice close there. And I'm slicing them down center line here. Now you can either arrange the berries in the bottom, or you can freestyle and pour them in and put them in the glaze here and then pour it all in. I thought the cat was there for a minute. Got to be patient with this work. Strawberry pie. Strawberry pie. Ooh, what's up, Hollywood? Hello, Cheryl. Welcome to Pie Land. Might be enough berries. I don't know. I got some backup here just in case. What I'm doing, I'm chop cutting them today to get right now to get rid of it, and then I'm green and then slicing them laterally down lengthwise. More to go, and then I have some backup if I need it. Some of these whole berries here. I think that's going to be okay. Let me get rid of this funkiness, then we'll wash off the berries. There. Oh, oh, oh. Wash these off and let these drain while we're baking the pie. So we got there. I think I might as well throw the rest of these in. I use these will be some whole berries like for the bottom. drain real good. All right, man, we're just about done with this pie. Hey, Bianca, sorry about your mom. Mm. What's our time element here? We're just right here, Adam. I'm just killing time. I can't really rush the, I'm doing a blind baking of the shell here. Three minutes, and then we'll remove the pie weights and finish baking the pie. I'm going to have some of these with some shrimp tonight. Yeah, Ronnie's just getting used to the program, so. Believe me, Ronnie, my moderators never even want to see me reach for the screen. Okay. There's our glaze. It's going to be going on top. Sit that on the side there. That's almost at room temperature now. Sitting it outside really worked well. Yeah, I've given a lot of people the boot before. Hey, Rupert. Shimei calls it the fat fingers of doom. Oh. The fat fingers of doom. Now smell pie crust. That's usually the signal. It's about time to pull it here. So we'll get our mitts out. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take this and I'm going to try to pour the pie weights back in here. Now I got a very weak foil here. I hope it holds up. Actually worked. Okay, pardon, the crust came down a little bit, but I can still manipulate it up a little bit. That should be able to hold position now, and back in she goes. I'm going to crush that with my mitt. I think that's what happened. All right, back in she goes. We're going to finish baking this baby off for we'll go another 10 minutes and then take a look at it here. And there's our pie weights. They're going to be very hot. Don't burn yourself on them. Let me see if it's still raining out. We might be able to get a little bit of a walkie-pooey. It's not going to be much longer. This pie is going to be finito, and then it just has to be refrigerated, chill for 2 hours until set. So I gotta make some room in here. Get this rice pot out of there. I think one night this week we'll have rice and beans. I think that'll be good. I love to clean as I go. It makes it so easy breezy. This is going along pretty fast, hasn't it? It's been about 1 hour. Be there in the morning. Yeah, good jambalaya. Doesn't jambalaya have the Anadoli sausage in it? Oh, that's looking good. That's looking good. That'd be looking really good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of, we're going to let that cool down, and when it comes out for a couple minutes, then I'm going to put some glaze on the bottom. Oh, it's all right, Ronnie. You'll get used to it. I'm the only one you never want touching the. Whenever you see this coming, you know it's going to be a disaster. Shemay calls it the fat finger of doom. You're doing great, Ronnie. You're doing excellent. Real good. Ooh. I think we'll do 2 levels of cool down here for a little more speed, a little more airflow underneath of that. We'll double up the racks. Yeah, Ronnie's doing awesome. Yeah, that sunshine's been there. I think I picked that up at one on each side in like 2014 or something. Some hippie shop or something. Yeah, that's okay, Jay Smith. I'm not going to live forever. Make the trolls happy. Well, why my stylus function is, I'm not sure. You might just do a turn off and restart again. Looking really good, that crust. I think like maybe 3 more minutes or something. Did the babies come? No, I haven't seen the babies. Let me see. Oh yeah, Miss Bird I think fed them. Blackbird, did you feed the cats? Did you feed the cats? I'm gonna feed them right now. I I still got cans and everything. All right, wait a minute. I got the good stuff coming. You goofs, hold on. What are we going to have tonight? Chicken and fish again. You guys are, oh boy. Love that. If I burn my pie, I'm going to be mad at you guys. Just saying. All right, what do we got? You don't have to come in the house, okay? All right, you guys are happy. All right. Okay, the cats are officially fed. I'm going to pull this pie and let this, ooh. That's really nice looking there. All right. Yeah, that's good. Push that down a little bit. And there we go. We're going to let that cool off a little bit. Firing away. They're butting heads. That's what it's supposed to look like, Adam. Oh, wow. Jeez. Your kitty? Jeez. How terrible. How terrible. Ugh. Oh, your neighbor. Well, I'm really sorry. Man, that really sucks. Boy, they had a lot of guts to grab pit bulls like that. had a lot of guts to do that. To grab those things. It's more guts than I would have. Night, Adam. Man, oh man. I worry about some of the pit bulls in this neighborhood. You can't both get your heads in there. Yeah, that's right. Swat them. There you go. Trotsky will never be denied. I guess did it stop raining for 5 minutes? I don't know. Yeah, they're very big. Trotsky's getting really big. Oh, brother. Gee, you think so? You think that's a possibility? You really think something like that could happen? Hey, James. Oh. Yeah, there's Trotsky still going at it. Well, the other ones will show up for birds feeding. Oh, Cat Cam. All right, back to pressing business. Hey, Nathaniel, how you doing? Probably cool down another. Might sit this outside to just cool down. I don't know. The cats might jump on the table. Chill that quick. I could put the cover on. There's our nice pie crust there. Don't even think about it. I'm going to put the cover on that. Don't even think about it. Yeah, they're well fed tonight. We'll let that cool down. I got the cover on it. Whew. Get the cover, that'll cool it down. A trust you can crust, yeah, crust you can trust. That's it. Thin that just a little bit more. That's going to be good there. A little easier to manipulate there. That'll only take a minute. That'll only take a couple minutes to cool off. That table is cold. Got bloated bellies? Huh? Are you bloated? What is it? This is going to come together really nice now. We assemble this baby. As we assemble this baby. Yeah, what we're going to do is put some glaze on the bottom. Then fit our strawberries and then put the glaze on top here. And that'll complete the pie. Spewing the glaze over. Sure that glaze really goes on good here. It's got to go down the side with the strawberries and everything. All right, it's time to grab the pie shell. pouring again. Alright, there we go. That has cooled off. Now we're going to take some of this glaze and put it on the bottom here. Make kind of a base. That looks pretty good. Now we're going to fit our berries. Let me wash my hands again. Fit the berries down there. This is where the artistry comes in, right? Kind of arrange these babies like in a pattern here. I guess I should turn them to the outside. I think that's the key there. I ain't no artist. Yeah, the heck with it. I'm just going to mound them. I'm just going to put the strawberries. I don't have any artistic ability. I'm going to glaze all the strawberries over here and just pop them in. Freestyle it. I'm going to freestyle it right here. Put all these berries in here. And then just fill the pie, baby. Glaze them all up. I don't have any artistic ability, so. All right, there we go. Pop those babies into that shell. That's the way to do it up. Yum, yum. We're just going to spread them out into pie. Ooh, that looks like some good eating with some whipped cream. Turn this up. Turn them over so they're all kind of, at least, you don't have the white part showing. This actually looks quite nice. There she is, guys. There she is. Oh, yeah. There she is. How does that look? That's going to set really well now. Now really nice. Really nice. There. Doesn't that look nice? Boy, that turned out good. As it sets, I think it's going to get clearer and clearer, that top of it. Like that. Loving it. Loving it. Better to just freestyle it, you know? That'll sink down in there too, and gradually gravity will pull it down. The berries will be up the top. You should actually push it down a little bit with the, with the spoon. Yeah, I don't have time. I don't have the inclination to do a good arrangement on top and all that. So. Get them all turned the same way, so the red is on top, like that. That's good. And push it down into the shell. That's going to be a good breakfast tomorrow. Yum, yum. Let's do a little shorty. By Amy Nash. Serve the pie with fresh whipped cream. What is baking in Rancho kitchen tonight? How about a fresh baked strawberry pie? Please like and subscribe. Always good stuff happening on the Rancho. That's good. All right, we let that cool off. Let that cool off. Put that aside. We'll put the cover on it. We will put the cover on it. That'd be good with some really good whipped cream. Always good eats. Let's see. That wasn't really that hard to make either. Alright, we'll put that right over there. Cover that good. And then we're supposed to soak these noodles for 5 minutes. I'm gonna have to cook up some shrimp. I don't think I got a lot. Oh, thank you, Nathaniel. Vanilla ice cream. That's I really like the way that turned out. The longer it sets too, the clearer it becomes on it, which is really cool. All right, we got this tonight. Yeah, the fan. It wasn't. It was the oven has a fan in it, a convection oven. We'll do soak 3 of these babies. Put these in a container here. Yeah, the convection, the fan runs inside the convection oven. Put these in here. I went up to the Vietnamese store last week. I got the shrimp and everything. So these have to soak for 5 minutes. Soak right there, and we'll cook up. I don't think I got a lot of shrimp. I might have like 5 or 6 shrimp or something. I don't know. It's a pretty small amount here. Oh, that looks good. Do. Let's do up the shrimp here. We got the little pan. Do I have any shrimp at all? Well, I got a few. I think we're gonna have to move this pie. We're gonna have to temporarily move this pie. So if you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do so. I think that's a really nice rendition of a strawberry pie. First season strawberries. I guess I have about 8 shrimp left. That should be fine. All right. Flip me out right there. Flip me out. Don't need the pie weights. Freak me out, baby. Now we got a little bit of room. Let's put a little bit of, teeny bit of oil in. Clean our shrimp. Strawberry pie. Strawberry pie. I don't know if Jody's here or not. We should probably get a thumbnail of this baby. Ooh. I guess I can just take a pic right here with the other camera. Probably be a little better quality. We want like a 16 by 9 here. All right, good. That'll be a nice thumbnail. Shrimp and strawberries. What a combo, eh? Shrimp and strawberries. Do 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 do. We've been cleaning a lot of shrimp lately. We ain't got a ton of shrimp tonight. It's church shrimp. Get out of there. I guess just a couple, I don't think it'll hurt if we're soaking that a little more. Here, I think it'll be fine. That'll be a big deal. Boy, that thing came right out there. Whoa. That's a win. I got a lot of mileage out of this shrimp. Yeah, some people make that pie with Jell-O in there. Jello. I think we got two more after this one. Yeah, that came right out. If you get the ones with the head off of them, then they tend to be so small when they're finally cooked up. They're like teeny tiny. All right, uno más. One more. We're ready to cook these babies up. Let me see the directions on that noodle real quick. Let's see what we got there. I've eaten this noodle a lot, but I've never made it before. Never made it before. Yeah, we don't have music tonight. Ooh. All right. What are we supposed to do with stuff? This stuff fried or what? Fried or what? Noodles ready for cooking with your favorite broth. Man, we ain't got no broth, dude. We ain't got no broth. Alright, well, I guess we'll just have to cook it like that and then soybean it. Alright, we're just gonna cook it up like that. Since we're like meat free, we're just gonna have to cook it up like that. I think we'll throw some, let's see what we're gonna throw in here. Teeny sprinkle of garlic powder, something to flavor that up a little bit. A little bit of, I don't know, we're gonna have soy oil, so we don't need salt. How about a little shake of cayenne on there? How about that? We'll let that fire away and then we'll finish it up in the wok tonight. So let's go cook these shrimp. Let's do it up with these shrimp. Oh, look at that baby. Look at that pie. Man, oh man. Slice that for breakfast tomorrow. We're going to cook that up. We're going to put little carrot in there, a little green onion. A little bit of carrots. You're making like a stir fry. What a terrible way for a cat to die at the pit bull. Makes me kind of sad. We're just doing it up. Yeah, man, what's going on? What is going on? What is going on? A bit of green onion there. Yeah, man, you like strawberry pie? How's that grab you up in Michigan tonight? Think of that baby. Yeah, I'm making some Chinese food tonight. Put a little bit of sesame oil in. I think we got an older one here. Oh, it's still in the fridge. too much. Put a little bit rice wine vinegar, just a tab. There we go. All right, fire in the hole. Oh, come on, don't do this. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, who needs that Food Network, right? I should have put this into the wok. That's how dumb I am. Let's throw a little bit of garlic in here. This is stupid. Let's transfer it into the wok. Wok where you belong. There, that looks more normal. That looks more normal now. Better looking rendition. Gotta keep it simple. Now Joey D gave this to me teriyaki and green onions, so it's time to break this baby out. Oh. Walk this way. That's going to get some nice color on that. That's what I'm talking about right there. Man, that's looking good already. Flip that over. I guess we're at 100% charge. Turn that off. I think our noodles are just about done. Make shrimp pie. Man, I got a strawberry pie. It's gonna drain real good. Want that to drain really well in there. All right, man, that looks good. It's gonna be some choice eating tonight. Dinner for one. Let's put the heat back on. Man, I hate this. What is wrong with that? Nothing. Talk about hack job cooking. There we go. How's that? There she is. All right. Let's put some decorative chopsticks there. What is for dinner in Kitchen Stadium tonight? How about a nice Chinese noodle with shrimp? Please subscribe. Always good stuff going on the Rancho. All right, guys, it's time to commence eating. All right. Let's have a seat over here and we'll get to eating. Let me get up water here. Just make sure that's going to balance good. Make sure Jen's not around. Oh, man. Do, 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 do. Now that's what I call dinner tonight. And what did that take? All of 10 minutes to put that together? Oh. Man, that was easy peasy to do that tonight, wasn't it? Was that not like a snap to do that? That was like easy peasy. Yum, yeah, all this energy back I don't know, I'm an idiot, I guess. I don't know. Just fun. These noodles are good. I highly recommend it. You guys could familiarize yourself with the Asian store. The thing is, Kelly, this looks more complicated than it is. But Chinese cuisine, right, is meant to be fast. It's not gourmet, even though to the Occidental taste buds, it's gourmet. But it's made to feed people quickly. China, no one would ever wait 15, 20 minutes for entrees to come out. It might, but it would be like all 6 entrees at one time would hit the table and everybody shares them. The baby carrots are good too. We had a lot of fun. I was hoping it stopped raining. We could take a little bit of a walk. What kind of products frighten you? I've never had a bad Asian meal. And Joey D, I don't know if you're watching. This garlic and I don't know what it is. The sauce is excellent. I wish I could have all you guys over and just cook. All right, bye, Flying. Welcome back, Amanda. Well, 5,000-year-old culture, they're going to know what good eats are. I'd like to have some of June's Puerto Rican cooking. Now that would be tasty. How was your day, Cheryl? Had Taco Bell blowing the covers off. There you go. Joe, it's really good. Joe, how would you rate that? Pretty good? Right, for a nice stir fry there. Cheryl's always been my information person. Anything I wonder about, she figures it out. Asian is fun to cook. And this is no meat, so it's okay. We have it with rice. Yeah, you can do that too. All right. I picked up some Vietnamese noodle. Cats have been nicely fed. No, I just bought it. Yeah, I'd love to go to Japan too. I'd love to start at the southern end in Okinawa and just eat my way north. Yeah, meatless shrimp. Some people are pescatarians, right? Made it. What did you make? Made it hack job 7-hour stew. 7 hours. You ever seen my beef stew? You cook your meat up, put it in with your vegetables. You put a can of tomato paste in. You bring that up to a boil, and then you cover that beef stew. You don't have to do it. It just beautifully cooks the rest of the day, and then at evening, all you have to do is put the heat to it, and it is so tender. People didn't believe it until I showed them here when the boss and Janet came up. You don't have to whack it for hours. Oh, hey, thank you, Judy. I'm looking, we're supposed to have the wind coming in tomorrow. No. Italian, no, there's no. You'd be the first person I ever met that didn't go crazy for the Italian style beef stew. Been cooking for 7 hours, you kill it. Let's see, this weather's going to get real nasty tomorrow. High wind warning, 11 p.m. Monday to 5 a.m. Wednesday. High wind warning, just what we need. Oh, man. I don't know about Tuesday. It'll be hurricane force winds up on Donner Summit up there and all that. Oh, that shrimp was perfect. Snowed all day in Sheboygan. Delicious dinner. That's a real stir fry right there. Oh. Wisconsin's pretty year round. Some of the neatest farmland I ever saw. From Milwaukee to Dubuque. Let me correct that. The most beautiful farmland I ever saw. I walked about 3 miles today. Oh man, that was delicious. Oh man, that was good. Let's see if it's raining out still. Yeah, unfortunately, it's still raining out there. Ooh. Ooh. Great night tonight. Good night. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead too, guys, and close it out. It's been a fantastic stream tonight. I will be cutting the pie tomorrow morning and doing the showing that on a morning video tomorrow, probably a little 1 minute shorty or something. So if you've not hit the thumbs up button, please do so. And thank you for being here. A very fun night tonight. Outstandingly good time. So I really appreciate it. So to my moderators, thank you for everything that you do. Every day I appreciate it. Thank you, Shimei, for the camera stand set. I appreciate that. So in the meantime, you guys have a wonderful night.